This movie tells a story about John Kramer, aka Jigsaw. When he's sick and desperate, John travels to Mexico for a risky and experimental medical procedure in hopes of a miracle cure for his cancer, only to discover the entire operation is a scam to defraud the most vulnerable. This movie is the 10th movie of the Saw franchise. Ever since John Kramer died at the climax of the 3rd movie, the franchise has consistently struggled to keep the character present through flashbacks and secretly recorded videotapes. Now, the movie is placed back in the past as the entire future takes place sometime between the 1st and the 2nd movie. This comeback of the main villain character may please some audience, but it's not enough reason to see this franchise being restarted. This movie obviously gives us something that we've come to expect, like the gore and the elaborate death traps, but the parts in between are really talky and uninteresting. It takes the movie about almost an hour to build the story for John Kramer that really feels laborious. In that time, we only see one trap, and it turns out it's just in Kramer's imagination. This part of the movie feels really flat, combined with a lackluster performance that suggests this villain is better off lurking in the shadows. The build-up sets up the expectation that this movie might end up being more of a character study. However, it's unable to deliver on that promise. Instead, the movie retreats old territory in a cynical manner and put together in such a perfunctory fashion. There's an attempt to frame Kramer himself as the hero with some twists and turns in its attempt to make the reason for Jigsaw's actions have more pathos or feel more justified. Unfortunately, it simply fails to work. First, there's no suspense to this premise, as we know that nothing significant can happen to Kramer in this movie that might contradict events from the 2nd and 3rd movie. Another reason is that the group of petty criminals being tried are irredeemable, meaning there's little impetus for viewers to hope for their survival. Kramer's basic ideas are never tested or challenged as well. It pretends to have a moral-driven ground, but that high-minded philosophy is only given lip service in this movie and mostly takes a backseat to the graphic kills. In terms of the gory scenes, they are probably stomach-turning, but they don't offer any scares. They are unpleasant by design, but they lack the rush of feeling scared when watching them. The good news is the appearance of Amanda, who makes a return to the series for the first time since the 6th movie. Unfortunately, she is wasted as she gets to do nothing interesting other than occasionally serves as a spark of conscience. Overall, we do not recommend to watch this in theaters. Just wait on your free TV channel.